afternoon. Happy Easter. Oh yeah. Look, I've got a tail as well. We are full of chocolate mostly, aren't we? Myself and Debbie, we're back with you all day. How are you, Debbie?
Hello, happy Easter everyone. I hope you're having a great Sunday. We certainly are. We've already eaten our chocolate and we're dressed as bunnies. What more could you want?
You look like you've just been pulled out of a hat, Debbie.
I look like I've been pulled out of a hat?
Yeah.
Well, hang on, look. Got me in bed.
Well, I just feel like it's going to be one of those days today. There we go. I don't know if I'm giving you bunny vibes or what is that scary film? Donnie Darko, yeah.
Donnie Darko.
Or like I've just entered a bachelorette party and it's all coming off. I hope you're having a great
Keep it on.
Wow.
This is a family show.
Yeah, happy Easter anyway to all of you. This is Colour Me Happy. We're going to be getting colour, not that kind of colourful, but very colourful in this show. We're also, I want to say hello to everyone that's tuning in. So Sarah Brown's here in Australia. You've had lots of chocolate today, Sarah. Jill's in Yorkshire saying happy Easter. Rhiannon's here as well. Shadiah, the lovely Lynn. Eleanor Schwing-Jones is in too. Lena's in from Denmark, says hi. Hannah Hicks. Oh my gosh, Joe, you're so silly, says Scrap Paper Scissors. And Shadiah says, oh, so cute, Prince Joe. Love the costumes. Oh, Debbie, so fabulous. It will be giggles all the way. I love it. It will be giggles all the way. We're also fueled by chocolate, aren't we? Look at Debbie's Easter egg that she got me. She got me a personalised Easter egg. And it gets better. Not eggs, was it, Debbie? Oh, no. 8 bags of mini eggs. Yes, please. 8 bags of mini eggs. And a curly whirly. Yeah.
I'll show you mine that Joe got me, but it's already been eaten. That's terrible, isn't it? And it's really early still. So, yeah, we've definitely had chocolate overload this morning.
We have. And Debbie also got me 2 peanut butter cups and a little Malteser bunny. Both been eaten already. And I've got another egg from Becky S as well. That's in the green room, and I'll be eating that this afternoon as well. I reckon we'll get through all of these. I reckon I can do 8 bags of mini eggs in one afternoon. No problem at all.
Is that what's in there? I didn't know how
8
many.
bags.
Oh!
That's like nearly a kilo of mini eggs.
I just thought it was lovely because it was personalised.
Yeah,
and you
it's
love mini
cute.
eggs.
So lovely. Right, I better let you know what we're doing then, hadn't I? So I need to tell you about breaking news. The Hummingbird collection, big collection, sold out and gone. The element that has sold out and gone is the 6x6 paper pad. If you joined us yesterday, all of the other elements are available for now. Next one, though, is going to be the 12x12 paper pad that goes. So if you want any of the extras that were not the 6x6 paper pad, now is your time. Also, bear in mind, if you're spending over £50 or dollars on that, you're going to get an extra 10% off. I'm going to whiz you through the remaining elements that we have. Don't forget about triple points across absolutely everything until the end of the weekend. So these are the stamps. These are sentiment stamps, as you can see. They're available. We've also got the stamps and dies available for you as well, which is this one just here. You can use your Club Inspired discount across all of these. Oh, Debbie, you've also got... Oh, geez. Debbie just nearly... a live flash before her eyes. Let's move on. We've also got for you here the fragrant florals too. This one, excellent. 10 stamps and dies in there, which is brilliant. We've got the embossing folder available for you as well. Love that one. You've got a lovely edgeable die on here as well, which is the textured lace. That's it in stock still. And you've also got the Create a Card Hummingbird die. That one's in stock for you too. You can grab that one. And you've also got the reef, that's still there. The tags are in stock as well, you can grab those. Then of course the card stock. Now if it's these items you want, you need to go very fast. Do not pass go, do not collect $200, do not dilly or dally, be quick. So the linen cardstock, the 12x12, less than 100 of the 12x12, 6x6 sold out and gone, and the vellum is in stock as well. Oh gosh, isn't it? It's a hectic show already. This is got, of course, Colour Me Happy. It's got an Inkpad 101, which is always lovely. Viewers saying they think possibly too much chocolate has already been consumed by us too. Is there such thing as too much chocolate? No.
How did they wear
there
that out?
There is not. This is not doing not doing anything for my chins. This dicky bow. Yeah, They're queuing up to get on my face. Let's share with you then. My chins, Debbie, are queuing up to get on my face. What did you think I was saying?
I didn't have a clue what you meant by that.
Should we have a look at some ink pads? I think we should. Let's have a little look at the quick dry one first. This is all about ink pads. We've got quick dries, we've got water reactives, we've also got opaques, metallics, and everything else basically. Go and check the website out, hit that shop the day button, and you'll see everything. Let's have a look then at the water reactive first, is it? Let's just do the switcheroo. There we are. So you've got in here, you've got to get the Bordeaux, anthracite, Spar Blue, you've got smoked emerald, green topaz, frosty jade, ocean blue, grasshopper. Then you've also got, oh hello, that one there is your seal brown, damson wine, crushed velvet, the pale fig, and lagoon are all in there as well. £50, $70, saving you, you're basically getting 3 for free in that particular configuration, which is rather lovely, isn't it? £40, $56 for platinum members, and also remember, triple points across absolutely everything until the end of the weekend, which is wonderful. Let's share with you the quick dry. In here, you've got fuchsia, midnight, straw bale, parakeet, that's a sandstorm. You also got pine tree, pale fig, pumice, green topaz, oasis, frosty jade, misty morning, and lagoon, which is that one just there as well. So they are your quick dries. Now the opaques, you better be quick because there are less than 100 of these left. So in the opaques you are getting Bordeaux, honey pot, plum jam, smoked emerald, frosty jade, the midnight, baby blue, grasshopper, seal brown, sandstorm, damson wine, smoked pearl, and lagoon as well in that one. So you got all of those in there, which is great. Then, love these. Opaques are almost my favourite, but I do love these next ones also because they're the same as our opaque pigment inks, but shiny. And these are the most popular of all of them this morning. You've got the amethyst in here, gold, rose gold, pink lace, rose satin, bronze, blush, and you'll get the platinum in there, which is amazing. $30.99 gets you all 8 of those, or $50.88. Your price on those. Any questions you've got about ink pads, now's the time. Oh, got a bit of an itch here. So send us those questions. Crafters TV on Facebook, Crafters Companion over on YouTube, and I'll do my best to send them across to Debbie. It's going to be a fun day today, Debbie. I can just see it, can't you?
Absolutely. I do love Easter. It's a little bit not the same as Christmas, but it's got that sort of magical feeling, hasn't it, about it, which I love. Right, let's go through these in sections. So the first thing we're going to start with is our water reactive ink pads. The water reactive were the first ink pads that we brought out to you from our Spectrum Noir range, and they're the ones that I would say do the absolute most. So what we're looking at here is 3 different colours from the same family. So each one, we've got different configurations of them today, but they do come in families of 3. So I'm going to use my Spring Meadow, Grasshopper and my Pine Tree. And it means that we can blend these effortlessly into each other. What you'll notice first of all when you open these ink pads, it has a felt sort of base.
Pad?
Yeah, pad.
And is that the firmer one?
It's the firmer one, yes. So it holds a lot of ink. Now, my first tip on this, when you first get yours, they're going to be jam-packed with ink. If you use them lots, start then storing them upside down, because then you'll always have the ink at the forefront of your ink pads.
That's how Diana Ross stores her ink pads.
And first of all, I'm using a circle a sponge applicator. Sorry, did you say something, Joan? I ignored
Something
you.
hilarious, yeah. It's a really great joke, but you missed it, Debbie.
Oh, I'm sorry. I
said upside down. That's how Diana Ross stores her ink pads. Upside down.
Yeah, I completely missed that. I didn't even hear it.
No.
Right, so that's our first one. Now, I'm just doing these with... I'm just doing these.
Just for clarity, Debbie is an Easter bunny. Just in case
oh dear.
Hugh's watching.
Perhaps I need to take my bow tie off.
I wouldn't take anything off, Debbie.
Thank you, rock, paper, scissors. Scrap, paper, scissors. Right, so I'm quite... sorry, what was that?
Was that a watercolour card you're using, Debbie? Or
It is
regular
watercolour card. Now,
Yeah.
you can use regular cardstock. I actually like putting my ink pads onto watercolour card because I like the effect it gives. It gives like a mottled effect. I'm going to show you two. I've got one that's covered in just our smooth stamping card, which is now our multi-purpose card. And you'll notice that I'm using one ink applicator as well, because you don't have to keep putting a different ink pad in. What I would say is if you want to go back to your lighter colour, what you would then do is use a piece of tissue on the side and dab off as much of that colour as possible. Lovely dab there, Joe.
Thank you.
And then what will happen is you will then take off a lot of that ink and then you can just go back in with your lightest colour. So we're just popping all this in, and actually, just so I can be a bit quicker, I'm not going to finish that off. I'm going to bring the one I've done onto the smooth card and you'll be able to see. So we've got a different effect. So once you've put that all onto there, you get that really coloured in. And you can go back over and keep just blending all that ink in, and then you get that beautiful effect. You can do the same with an ombre, start off with your lightest colour going down. What I love about this is you can faux bleach with these as well. You can paint with these. You can sort of add detail to them. You can stamp over them and take out the colour with a watercolour brush. But I'm going to bring in some of our stencils that we've got on the show. So this one is our Magic in Your Heart. These are lovely because you're getting stencils and you're getting those silhouette stamps.
Nice.
So what we're going to do with this background one, you get two stencils, so you just do which one you want. So let's say, for instance, you were going on black card and you wanted to put some of your Midas ink pads on there. You can get that silhouette in the background, but I'm doing it the opposite, where we've got that background, and then I'm going to place this over the top. Just like so. Excuse me. And then I'm just going to bring in a black ink pad. And with the black one, we're just going to dab that into the surface. I'm not too worried about this being like a dark black. I just want a shade in. So it's just a case of taking that ink to where you want it. And that will give you a beautiful background. And the reason I'm not doing it too cautiously, because I'm going to actually fill the front instead of stamping directly onto these, which we would normally do, but I'll show you a slightly different way. Just dabbing that.
Lots of the elements in those stamps and stencils could be used on their own as well, couldn't they? I mean, I know they're brilliant when using them all together as a scene. Definitely something you're going to be able to split up.
Yeah, totally. So just taking that off, look how nice that looks. I mean, it looks amazing, doesn't it? So, but we are going to sort of hide a lot of this, Joe, because I'm going to bring in another piece of cardstock, which we're going to place into the centre. So we want to create, I'm creating that background. It's just a different way of using these. And then I'm going to bring our stamps in as well. So let's take off this fairy. These are beautiful stamps. I'm just looking to see, I can't see whether they are, yes, they are photopolymer stamps. So let's pop that on there. I'm going to bring in my stamping platform. And also let's stamp a sentiment on there as well. So popping that on there. Now what I am going to do, oh, they're right on here. I'm going to bring in a different stamping medium now, because I want you to see that you don't have to just use the same inks to go with them. And the only reason I want to change it up a bit is because, let's pop this one on. I think this one will fit. Yeah, using a different, so I want to use, I'm going to have this sort of off the, in fact we'll do that on a set, we'll do it separately, because I want the fairy just to come here, and then I want to put that over the top. I can't do two at once. So let's pop the fairy just coming from that corner and pick her up. And then what I'm going to do, Joe, is I'm going to switch to, I thought I'd got it out and now I can't find it. I want my quick dry in. No, I'm just going to go and get my ink pad. Sorry about that.
No problem at all. I love that you're both wearing your bunny ears, and I think Debbie's bow tie is really cute. Sarah Kay says, I'm loving the Easter bunnies doing the show today. And Sandra says, Joe, you and Debbie already be on a sugar-induced height. Yeah, we are. We are. I'm just thinking about what I can eat. Do you reckon I get away with eating the mini eggs during the show?
Yeah, just crunch them silently.
Yeah, curly whirly, definitely can't eat a curly whirly on air. There's no way you get away with that.
You'd be chewing.
Do you know there's
wouldn't
only
you?
98 calories in a curly whirly?
Yeah,
How good is that?
Yeah, they're good if you just want a snack and you fancy chocolate.
Yeah. You get a good bit, you get a lot of bang for your buck with a curly whirly as well. It takes you a long time. You've been chewing away on that for ages.
I love a curly whirly. And I'm not even really a toffee person, but there's something a little bit nice about a curly whirly. Just a little added indulgence with the toffee in the centre. And then we're going to use this on the side, so let's pop that there so we can fit that on. We just needed to do them separately. So pop that into place. So now what we're doing is going into sort of stamping, but using our either quick drying or your pigment ink pads. It doesn't matter which one. Now your water reactives don't stamp very well, Joe. It's because they're a wetter ink, and they just don't give the same opaqueness that you want from a stamp.
Right.
So let's pop that one there, pick this one up.
Is that a stamping platform on the show? So I think it is in the shop of the day, isn't it, in there? So you can grab a hold of that if you want it. It's going to make jobs like this so much easier. Loads of you I know already own this and love it. If you don't have it, maybe today, whilst we're on triple points, is a great opportunity for you to grab it. I'll just give you the details. Here it comes. Should be £25. It's £22.49, which is rather marvellous.
Right, so we've got our topper and we've got our base here. So a little bit different way of doing it, where you've got your sort of topper and then that background. And then what I want to do, Joe, is a little bit of faux bleaching onto this one. So because it's water reactive, it means that even though I've had this one done a little while, I prepped this a few days ago, it means that I can still get that water reactive in there, because it will suck up all of here. And in fact, I can do the same. Let's do the same around the edges of here, just to sort of tie it all in. You can just sprinkle with your fingers, or I'm just doing it, as you can see, with my paintbrush. Then just now just leave it. The longer you leave it, the more it sucks up the ink. But if we just lay that on top, can you see it actually draws up all that ink there? It's not going to take it too much off my fairy, but it will a bit. So it's given us something really unique there.
Nice.
And then do the same with this one. And it gives a more sort of magical appearance about it. And then all we're going to do with this, we're going to keep it really simple with some mats and layers. So I'm going to pop that first of all on.
Love the gold, Debbie.
Yeah, I got that out of one of the pads that we did before. 12 by 12 pads, I think it was. I'm sure it's right in front of me, Joe. Yes, it is. Just grab my tape pens. I think we sometimes underuse our inks because we forget that they can do full backgrounds, they can ink edges, you can stamp with them. There's so much that you can do with them. And then we're just going to place that onto some gold cardstock or mirror card. And then we're going to place that one over the top of our mirror card. You'll be a little bit more frugal and gut the inside out. Place that in there. And I think we sort of tend to think we need to stamp directly onto our images, but I love matte and layering at the moment. It's one of the things, out of tape. It's one of the things I absolutely adore. And it's just creating different effects. And don't be frightened to use, like I'm using white and gold cardstock to do your mattes and layers. So we just got to open a new tape pen.
Very busy, of course, on the website. Lots of people availing of and stocking up whilst we've got those triple points. Scrap Paper Scissors wants to know, what is a curly whirly? I'll tell you in a minute. I'll show you in a moment. Scrap Paper Scissors. Sarah Cases, curly whirlies were a lot smaller than they used to be when I was a kid.
That's very true.
Did they used to be massive?
Yeah, they did. Used to be really big.
What, like how long?
Like long and thicker.
Double the length?
Yeah, so a lot more. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I remember having a curly whirly, and it lasts for ages. Everything's like that though, Joe, isn't it? If we looked at all the chocolate bars, they would all be a lot smaller now.
Yeah, but now we get double ones, don't we?
What, double curly whirlies?
Like double everything. You get like double chocolate bars, don't you? Supersized one.
Oh yeah, on some of them, yeah. And there we go. And look how beautiful that is. So we've done our blending, our faux bleaching and our stamping there. And it just shows how beautiful you can actually use those stamps with. And that's just using the same colour family.
Really beautiful. Sandra, everything is smaller than when I was a kid, except for me. Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
There, yeah.
Let me share with you then those gorgeous stamps and stencils that you've got here. I think the silhouette ones are always so incredibly striking. You can see there's your stamped image, which you've got, of course, down here with the silhouette imagery, and the ability to stencil over that with your ink pads. Love these chaps here. Strength and love is what you've got on that one. Then you've got Follow Your Dreams with that gorgeous unicorn. Then the dolphin as well, and the mermaid and the turtle there in Believe in Yourself. This one here is, oh, sorry. There we go. Magic is in Your Heart. And then this one, I like these two. It's like they're on holiday in Sorrento. Isn't it gorgeous? You Are the One. Is that one just there? Brilliant saving for you on these. 40.53, 46.64 if you are a platinum member and you want to get a hold of those ones. Oh, gosh. I'm damaging the samples, Debbie. Oh, there we go. Right, let me share with you this, the Weekender bag, our die-cutting mystery bag. 80% of this is gone. We were unsure if it was going to be here today. It's hanging on by a thread, so you are going to need to be quick if you want to grab a hold of it. You've got some essentials in here, which, let's face it, you can't have too many of them, really. So we've got a die brush in there, some replacement heads for the die brush, and also your pokey tool. So they're going to come in there for you. And then what we've got is like a little sort of a greatest hits, really, of the sort of dies that we bring to you here at Crafters TV. So you've got some of our double-sided sentiments in there, which are amazing. You've also got some stained glass window dies, some incredible word edgeables, some decoupage, floral decoupage dies. You can download the artwork for those for free from the website as well if you do want to sort of marry them up to that artwork and cut them out, or you can just cut them out and colour them yourself. It's up to you. Some double-sided edgeables, some of those incredible liftables are available as well. You've got sentiment die in there, and some of our interchangeable dies as well. £30 or $40, that's a platinum price of £24 or $32 if you want to get a hold of that. That's saving you over £100 or $140. It's just for this weekend. You will get triple points on it as well, which is amazing. So make sure you are grabbing a hold of those. Right. Opaque ink pads. Oh, less than 50 now of those available. Oh gosh, these are going to go, I think, in the show potentially. If not in the show, then maybe by the end of the day. Very, very quickly these are going. So let me share with you what you've got then. So you've got Bordeaux in here. You've also got Honey Pot, Plum Jam, Smoked Emerald. This is a Frosty Jade. Then you've also got Midnight, Baby Blue, do. This one is your Grasshopper. Then you've got Seal Brown, Sandstorm, Damson Wine, Smoked, I was going to say smoked mackerel then, Smoked Pearl, and also the Lagoon. I think I maybe need some more savoury food today, Debbie. Dreaming of smoked mackerel, there we are. Any questions you've got about any ink pad? This really is the show to get them in for. Should I love that card? I love simple sometimes. And also, who's this? Scrap Paper Scissors says, it's called shrinkflation. They make it smaller, but charge the same. Shrinkflation. I love that term. I've not heard of that before. Right. I also want to share with you some of the tools we've got available for you as well. This is a blending and painting 9-piece collection. So you've got your square blending tool in there and the refills. You've got your blending eggs, your brayer, 3 different brushes, your artist palette, and you've also got in there the mat, that messy mat, which is fantastic. Really great for getting loads of techniques done that. 25.52, 40.72 for platinum members. If you're going for some of those awesome ink pads, you might need somewhere to store them. You can store 18 ink pads in this particular configuration. They stack, they tier, you can clip them in side by side. They really are customizable, so you get them modular. That's the word I'm looking for, Debbie. Modular. $16.99 or $24.95 if you want to get your hands on those. Right, we're going to go straight back to Debbie. What would you like to share with us next?
Right, let's do the quick drying. They are exactly what they say on the tin. So if you love your stamping and you're not really sure what to go for, and that is the majority of what you do, the quick drying are absolutely perfect for you. Also, if you have any layerable stamps, so anything that comes in our collection, I can remember off the top of my head the B one, there's a layering stamp in there. We've got some of Sarah's, some of the Nature's Gardens, they've got layering flowers in them. Nice. The quick drying are absolutely perfect for that. We've got on the show today the stamps and stencils. I love these ones, Joe. You can get really creative with them and they're super easy. So we're going to start by stamping them out and showing you how to do them. Now I'm using Sandstorm, Green Topaz, Fuchsia, and I think it was my Crushed Velvet, yes. So we're going to use those 4 on here. You can choose whatever configuration you want. Now I have got the stamping platform. It is the thing that I always tell people to have, especially if you've got these type of layering stamps that have numbers on them. So on here, let me find, I think my number 1 must be this one, but I can't find the, oh there it is, I'm upside down. So it tells me there's number 1 there, number 2 there, and number 3. So I know which order to go with. It also gives me that point to put in the same place each time. So if I take my number 1 off, can you see the square tip at the top there? That means it will go directly into one of my squares onto here. So what I want to do, I want to roughly put where I want to put that on my piece of card. So let's pop that just there. I'm going to pick that up and then I'm just going to see where that goes. So it goes to this piece here, just on there. So I'm going to turn that around so I can do that properly. I just wanted to get the exact square. I'm just going to look at it straight on because, oh, I've just pulled that, but I'm sure it's the same one as that one. We're going to place that right in that square. That will fit perfectly into there. It means then when you come to stamping out, it'll be in the same place every single time. So when you then go in with your number 2, you would place your number 2 in that same piece there. Each stamp has that sort of square on the end. So you get that precision stamp in. Then we're going to stamp and see which colours we want to put down first. So this one gives me a lot of my foliage and leaves. So I'm going to go in first of all with my Green Topaz. Now this one is more of a spongier. It's still sort of a felt pad, but it's definitely more spongier and more in depth. Your quick drying and your water reactive, these are man-made, Joe. So these are translucent inks. They're not an opaque ink. So that's the difference between those and our pigment ink pads.
I wonder how they made the inks. I feel like you know, they do that TV show where they like take you to the factory and show you how things are made, like Jammy Dodgers.
Yeah.
I love that show. Maybe we need one of
idea.
those with the ink pads. I could go over to where the factory is in North America. I'd be up for filming it.
Me too. I'd come with you. Yeah, we could be reporters.
Like in Chicago or somewhere. I'd be up for that.
So you can see we've got a layer down of ink here, looks beautiful. I always like to give 2 layers with our quick drying ink. And what I didn't do, and I'll do it on the next one, and we've got double the amount of ink going down, I wanted to show you how quick they dry. They are instantly dry. So once you've stamped that down, I'm going to move this really quickly so I can then rub over it. And nothing smudges. It's perfect every single time.
I've got an inkling that this might be a great project, this one.
How long did it take you to do that one, Joe? Or have you done it before?
Did you hear Charlotte's eye roll?
Right, so let me, there we go, just finding that one. So before I take that off, I'm going to take my number 2 and we're going to pop that in exactly the same position. So I'm going to just peel this off, making sure I know exactly where that one's going, which is onto there. And we're going to pop that one into place. So again, I'm just looking at it just to check that that goes exactly in that square, like so. And then this time we've got sort of more of our florals. So let's bring in our fuchsia and tap that down. And then we can go directly onto the top of that, and it's going to go exactly where we need it. I'm trying to think where that was now, Joe. I need to bring my other ink pad in just because I'm not sure. Oh yeah, that's right. I had to just check it was in exactly the same place. So that's gonna, yeah, I can see now. So can you see through the little beads or the little flower buds? They're now on those stems where we've popped that down. So we're starting to build them up. It was this one I wasn't too sure about, but actually I think that is, yeah, it is one that goes on there. So let's just build that up again. So let's put some more pink. I like to turn it round. And remember, your inks may dye your stamps, but they won't stop the performance at all. They will be perfect every single time. And you can just wash them in warm water, or you can use them with a wet wipe or anything like that. So that's our next one.
I feel like the hay fever's starting today, Debbie. I feel like it's the first day of it. I get it really early in the year and then it goes, so I only get it like at the very start. How weird is that?
Yeah, that is weird. I never did suffer with hay fever, but the last couple of years I've noticed I do get a little bit of a runny nose.
I think mine's tree pollen that does mine. Apparently the trees are like, they do their business first for the others.
Oh, okay, so that's why.
I don't know what they do.
I like that they do their business. Get their business in first.
Yeah, taking care of business early doors in the summer, and then it's all right again after that.
Is that our number one there, Joe? It doesn't seem to. Let me.
Lots of questions coming in, Debbie. Lena would like to know, is it quick dries you need to use for the letterpress with the embossing folders, or can you use any Inkpad?
So you said that really quickly,
Was
and
it?
I
Sorry.
didn't. Yeah, and I just didn't.
Do you need to use the quick dry to do the letterpress technique with the embossing folders, or can you use all of the Inkpads?
Quick dry, no. So I wouldn't recommend quick drying with your embossing folders.
You wouldn't?
No, because they're too quick.
Okay.
They don't blend. So quick drying don't blend like Pigment or your water reactive.
Okay.
I would actually use your water reactive in your embossing folders because they stay a little bit. Even though Pigment ink pad stays wetter, it's more dense. It's got quite a thick density about the ink. So it will go in your folders, but it will lay down quite a lot of colour quickly. And the whole idea of putting them as a letterpress technique in your embossing folders is so you get that sort of variation of ink on there. So, but you can use either, but not your quick drying.
Amazing.
Right, so I was grabbing my other one and trying to put that on the same, back on at the same time, and I fouled. So let's just grab this one. So again, we've got that square edge, and I know that needs to go onto that one just there. So let's place that right inside onto there, and then we're going to go in and use our purple. So tapping that down. And it doesn't matter with these what colours you use, as long as you use colours that look nice together, really. Excuse me. And then we're just going to stamp those ones down. But these are a lovely sort of project to do because they're going to build up that beautiful flower arrangement. So lovely. And you can do them with whatever papers you've got in your stash, whatever range you've got, these are going to go with. And then stamp down again. So you know each time you're getting that perfect precision stamping. And there you go, like that. So at the moment it's not looking like much. What other things you do get with these is your stencil. So here it is right in front of me. So I've just got to get this the right way, Joe. I think it goes that way. So just be mindful of where your stencil goes. But you'll find it has that piece that goes through the centre. So can you see, as you're popping that down, just move that in. There we go, you can move it about, and there we go, about there. And then I'm going to bring in a different one. I'm just going to put my lids back because I'm getting a bit lost with which goes to which. I'm going to bring in this Sandstorm. Now this is a great one because it's quite a nice light colour. I'm just going to tap off some of this brown because we don't want too much. And all I'm going to do is tap really lightly over the top of this because what I want is to create a banner just so it gives that effect of a banner running through.
Nice.
Yeah, really nice effect. So when we take that away, look at that. Looks
Cute.
absolutely beautiful. And then all we need to do now, and because it's still all quick drying ink, so all of that I don't need to worry about, Joe, because I know all of that is dry perfectly.
So could you now put so where you've got ink down there already, could you now stamp something else over the top of that in quick drying ink? And they wouldn't sort of blend together in any way.
Blend together
would stay completely separated.
They would, absolutely, completely separate, yeah, absolutely. And then you've got all these different sentiments, and all the sentiments go with it. So if we just pick one here, which says, "It's your birthday, let's celebrate," we can just hold that into that bunting, right in the middle. Again, oh, let me take, and you're probably wondering why I've not put any magnets down on there. It's because there's already some stick and stay on the platform which holds it in place. So if you did want to just stick it in place, you can do that as well. So let's pick this one up. And then we're going to switch back to our quick drying black and then pop that in its place. And that's going to stamp your sentiment. So it doesn't take too long to build them up. And these are the sort of things that you can do in batches, Joe. You could create lots of beautiful toppers. So there you go. I mean, how gorgeous is that?
Really
and
cute.
You've seen me do that from start to finish, and it looks amazing. So quick drying ink pads are just that. They're great for your quick drying, but you can still use them, Joe, to sort of blend or create different effects. So you can put them around the edges. So they will do that and they will dry, but they're more harsher because they dry quickly.
Right.
So this wouldn't blend into another colour. But I am going to just do the pink so we can sort of tie that in. And it just draws your eye then into the centre. They definitely don't blend as well as our other ink pads, but I didn't want you to think that you couldn't do that with them, because you absolutely can.
Oh, I didn't know that you could use this. I didn't know that you could do this with them.
Yeah, absolutely.
I wasn't aware that they would, you could use a blending tool and bring them on like that.
Yeah, absolutely. And they don't, like I say, they don't blend as well, but they do, you can still use them to ink your edges and still looks lovely. So let's just take away our ink there. And then we can just, and all I've done, I've just got a little card here that I've already popped together.
There's less than 30 now of this one, Johnny, of the Harmony Quick Dries.
Wow.
Less than 30 of these to go around now. Very busy on them.
They're amazing for your stamping, all your stamping effects there. And then all I'm going to do, and I can do that and not worry about anything. I don't like my blend in there, so I think I was going to put my ribbon at the bottom, but I'm going to put it here just purely because I don't really like the little bit of blending at the top. So there's always a way around that. And there you go, from start to finish, no smudges. They're just beautiful inks to use. So if you want to go for anything that you stamp with, then you want to use your quick drying inks, Joe.
Amazing, right. Those quick dries, Harmony Quick Dries, available for you. Let me also tell you about the stamps that we've got too. So these are here. You've got 5 different collections of these. So this first one, that is your Violet Roses that you've got there. Then you also have the Wild Meadow, Classy Florals, the Yuletide Foliage, and the Holly and Poinsettia. So you've got 3 everyday ones and 2 festive ones in there. But I changed the colours up. You can make any of them festive or summery or spring-like or autumnal. It's completely up to you. I'm going to give you an opportunity to check out. Very busy on the quick dries, the opaques, and that summer mystery bag. Summer mystery bag? No, weekend mystery bag that we've got for you as well. So if they're in your baskets, I'd urge you to check those out. Whilst you do that, here's all the details of Club Inspire.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% of your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Quick Buy, all your crafty must-haves in a flash.
Make light work of intricate and delicate die-cutting designs with the Pokey Tool from Crafter's Companion, an absolute essential part of any paper crafter's kit. Its precise tip has been designed to release the tiniest pieces to reveal your finished results with absolute precision. And to make sure your finished project is perfect, each Pokey Tool has a rubber tip protector, so there's no risk of damaging your die-cutting design or yourself. The Crafter's Companion Pokey Tool is such an essential craft item, we've included 2 in each set.
Quick Buy, get yours now.
We've had to make some changes to our shipping charges and we want to keep you informed. With continued pressure on domestic shipments around mainland US, we've had to temporarily increase the cost of our regular 6 to 10 working day standard shipping service from $9.99 to $12.95 and our free shipping threshold from $100 to $125. We also have some really great news to tell you. We've introduced a brand new shipping service called Express Delivery. This is a fully tracked door-to-door service which takes 3 to 7 working days and costs $19.95. This option means you'll get your crafty goodies in your hands sooner, meaning less waiting and more crafting. We're also upgrading delivery services for our Gold and Platinum Club Inspire members who will now receive priority delivery on all of their orders. And if that wasn't enough, we've upgraded these orders to our new Express 3 to 7 day service. Your patience and understanding throughout this very busy time has been amazing. So we'd just like to say a huge thank you and we look forward to chatting to you again very soon.
Quick Buy, all your crafty must-haves in a flash. Draw, decorate, and customize your world with the colorful Spectrum Noir acrylic paint markers. Each premium paint marker gives opaque coverage on ceramic, glass, wood, and let's not forget paper, cardstock, and canvas. These versatile markers are filled with highly pigmented premium water-based paint, offering beautiful, rich, and smooth coverage. The colors can be blended together and the fast-drying opaque paint is ideal for layering. A 3mm bullet tip offers smooth strokes and a precision valve mechanism allows rich and consistent flow with no clogging. Quick Buy, all your crafty must-haves in a flash.
Fabulous. So let's get straight into the Pigment ink pads. So when we're looking at Pigment ink pads, the main thing that we can see about this, and in fact, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring in the same colour, but in our quick drying. I wonder if I've got a purple. I want to show you all of them. If we show you all of them, you'll be able to sort of see the difference in the pads. Can't find the purple one. Let me just grab a purple one. There we go, that one will do. Right, so these are the differences, so you can see. This one is a felt one, this one is more sort of a spongy one, and this is like a foam pad. So your Pigment ink pad, we need that different system to be able to carry that through. Because what we've got here, these two, so both our quick drying and our water reactive, these are both man-made. This one, our crushed velvet in the pigment, it's an opaque pigment, it is a natural source. So the colour will last longer. In fact, you'll get no fading at all. It will be incredible. So lots of fading, and then you can use that in so many different ways because the ink stays wettest the longest of any of the ink pads. Obviously the quick drying, it dries instantly. Then you've got this one which stays wetter for longer but not wet enough to do heat embossing techniques or a lot of other techniques, but it is water reactive. This one is your Pigment, and it has probably the most lay down of colour because it has that thickness of colour. But also it's great for stamping, it's great for heat embossing, it's great for blending. For me, and I know Joe is the same, is the opaque Pigment ink pads are my absolute favourites. Yeah, they just do so much and so many different things. So the first thing I want to do, and I can't find it, Joe, I was just literally having a look round and I've put it somewhere safe, and do you think I can find it? I was looking for my black pigment ink pad, and I thought I'd used it a moment ago, and now it's sort of, it's gone. Actually,
oh no.
I'm wondering if I have one in my bag, so let me just have a quick look, because I do normally carry the black pigment. No, not there.
Lots of people chatting away. Sarah Kay says, that's gorgeous, Debbie. Kieran says, beautiful colour choices, Debbie, as well. I put a little, talking about the stamping platform, Linda says I put a little Sharpie black dot on my stamping platform so I know where to put my different layers. That's a really good shout, Linda, really good idea. Any questions you've got, get them into me. Crafters TV on Facebook, Crafters Companion if you are across on YouTube.
Right, I can't find the pigment, so I'm going to do this a little bit different. So I'm going to bring in my quick dry in, and that will work brilliantly. So what I'm going to do first of all, we're going to create a topper. So let's use, I'm going to bring in the stencils and stamps, Follow Your Dreams. This is a beautiful one. So you've got your stencils, you've got the gorgeous photopolymer stamps, and let's use that beautiful unicorn on the front of our design. So the first thing I'm going to do is just place that onto my piece of card. So it doesn't matter whether it fits, whether it's just over the edge. You can have whatever sort of shape cards you want. This is just to show how beautiful you can get these to look. So let's first of all, I've missed that stamp. Good job, I see that one. I need to put that back in the packet. Pop that on top of my Gemini. So then we're going to just pop this on and stamp that down. Just going to hold that into place and then stamp that down. Now because, and actually this is quite a good way, I was going to heat emboss the horse, but we're not going to do that. I think what we'll do is we'll heat emboss the background, so we'll do it a little bit different. So we're just going to tap this onto our horse. And then you may just have to build up your colour on these because we are using, sorry, unicorn. Oh, gosh. Oh dear. Can't believe I just...
that unicorn.
I know, can't do that, can I? Cut his horn off. Oh no, you can't say that, can you? I was going to say, if you cut the horn off.
His horn off?
You can't cut the horn off.
I'm
actually thinking we've got quite a dry ink pad, so I wish I could find my pigment one. It's building up, so we can build it up another layer.
Gemma says, I might have a messy day in the craft room today, making some of the inky backgrounds that Debbie was doing yesterday. Nice.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's exactly what I was saying as well. Just have some time set aside where you can sort of build that up. I'm going to do one more actually, Joe. Let's just do one more to get that laid down. And I'm not worried because I know that because it's quick drying, it will dry instantly. So even with all those layers. So
I'm just thinking about how I'm going to eat all my chocolate, Debbie.
Sorry?
Thinking about how I'm going to eat all my chocolate.
Pace yourself?
No, I'm going to put the big chocolate egg in the fridge, I think, after the show, and then have that later this evening when it's gone cold. It's really snappy.
Right, I'm going to use our parakeet and crushed velvet. So two colours that I know go beautifully together. So I've got my round daubers. You can use, we've got two different daubers. So your square ones, your oblong ones. My ones of choice are the circle ones. I actually prefer the circle ones. It is just choice and what you prefer. So let's do, I think that might be the metallic, which we've still got to do the metallics, haven't we? So I'm just going to use, I haven't got a round one without the metallic, so I'm going to use this one. And all we're going to do, Joe, is we're going to blend that colour over the horse there. Now, even though my horse is done with the quick drying ink pads, I know that my lay down of colour. And actually, you know what's going to happen, Joe? Because I'm going over the horse with my colour, it's going to allow me to heat emboss it all.
Oh, wow.
I hadn't really thought about that before, and it's not really one that I've done. I haven't done that before, where I've done just the black and then heat embossed over. We normally do the actual image, but I'm quite liking how this might come out. So yeah, so if we see that, and then what I'm going to do is we're going to heat emboss that. So let me grab a piece of card and our embossing powder, and we can just pop this on top. Now there's sort of what we class as two different types of embossing, just your regular heat embossing like this, or you can triple emboss. Now triple emboss would look amazing with this, so if we've got time we might do it because it will really create a beautiful tiled effect. So let's just pop that back in. And then what I do need to do is, I don't want to waste any. I need to grab another piece of card because we have to sort of work quite quickly with this technique. Just because we want it, because once you heat emboss this, it stays wet but not for very long. It dries very quickly after that. So this is like a sticky ink, but once you put your embossing powder on top, it stays wet for quite a long time. And it doesn't mean, Joe, that you can't just stamp with it and just leave it, because you don't have to heat emboss with the pigment ink pads. They will eventually just dry naturally on their own. But what this technique does, and you'll be able to see just how different. So look, even our horse, even though we haven't done that in pigment ink, unicorn. I heard that through. But what you'll notice, so take notice of how it looks. It's like almost like a mottledy effect. But when you triple emboss, it actually takes it to that really smooth finish. So we're just going to go down all onto this. And we say triple because triple is the most that you would need to do. Any more would just start, it would melt in a way where you'd have too much on the top, and it would just start shifting. Amazing. Now I want to keep this hot, so I'm just going to go over the surface and make sure it's hot. I've got my embossing powder in the other hand just to make sure that we've still got that going. And without turning it off, I'm then going to just place that all over the top. So that's what I mean about being quick. Then I can turn that off. So I wouldn't turn that off and then go back to it. I would do that all in one sort of go. So let's just take that off, and then our ink then stays nicely onto there. And then let's switch over. This is why I have another piece, so we can then keep sort of alternating between the two. And then we're going to do exactly the same again. And just start to heat that up. I do love this effect. It's so beautiful, yeah. And it's really worth doing because it makes such a difference, especially if you want that beautiful tiled effect. So you can see already it's starting to go even more smoother. And then by the time you put your third one on, it will just create the most amazing sort of glass effect, really.
It's like an enamel, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. So again, just making sure, heat up all the way over. And then just make sure when you turn your tool away, it's nowhere near your embossing powder. So then we can turn that off. And then that's our last one. So I don't want to touch it because we're getting thicker now with our embossing powder, or the top piece. So just take that one off, pop that away. And then we can do our last one. So let's bring that in. I can pop my lid back on my embossing powder now. Where did I put it? Oh, there it is.
Oh no.
It's because it's clear. I couldn't see it on the white desk. I'm going to show you another thing that will blow your mind as well, Jen. I don't think you might have seen it before. Yes, a new thing that I found out. So this is just beautiful. So just having this all over. And this is actually isn't as smooth as what it would be on smooth card. I've used watercolour cardstock, but you still get that real glassy, enamelled looking tile. Just making sure we go all over there. And then we're just going to leave that for a little while, but look at the difference in that. That is so beautiful.
Look at that.
Yeah, it is amazing. And because it's watercolour card, it's given that beautiful effect, which is just stunning. Now, while I've got this all out as well, the thing I want to wow you with, Joe, is I realised, I thought, I need some embellishments. How can I do matching embellishments? I found some little dragonflies. You can ink and emboss them.
Can you?
Yes.
How did you find out about this?
I just tried it. So all I'm going to do, literally, take your, I need a clean piece of card because I don't want to get any embossing powder in my ink pad. So just bring that in. In fact, let's do one of each. All I'm going to do, I need my pokey tool. Just get my pokey tool. Just tap that over the top. And then let's use one, we'll do a purple one on the other. and then just tap the purple one. So all those little metal charms that you've got, and you want to do them in a different colour, obviously, because this is an ink that's not, it's going to come off because it's metal, so it wouldn't stay. So then I thought to myself, I wonder if you could emboss them. And you absolutely can. So you just then put your embossing over the top. And then let's just give those a little shake so I can see them. I'm going to just pick them out with my pokey tool. So just like so, doesn't want to come away. There we go, hold that on there. And then let's just pop that on a piece of card. And then the same with this one. I'm being really careful because you don't want to smudge it, you want to keep that powder on. So popping that on there, get rid of this. There we go.
I'm really keen to see how this turns out. I've never thought about this before.
No, me neither. And it was just that I had some metal charms on my desk and I was thinking to myself, I wonder if I could make different coloured embellishments. Now, I've done this before with alcohol pens, because obviously alcohol pens dry, and you can do that. But it works the same if you, with your heat embossing. You couldn't do this with any other inks. Your quick drying don't work either. They will come away. But what this does is it sets your colour underneath, but keeps it shiny as if it's still that enamelled, you've still got that enamelled effect.
Amazing.
Look at that, it's incredible.
That's awesome.
Really beautiful. It doesn't take long at all. And because you've heat set it, there now we've got now, instead of our silver dragonflies, we've got two beautiful ones that match our topper. Yeah, it's incredible. Honestly, you don't want to touch them. So this is the other thing. Be careful because they're hotter longer.
Oh, it really does cover. I wasn't sure how well the colour
covers completely,
would
doesn't
be
it?
coloured. But that's amazing. Yeah, they're a bit,
yeah, a bit hot.
I've got to just sorry, Debbie.
No, that's fine. So you just let them. So remember, they are metal charms. So I think Joe just burned his finger. I didn't mean to laugh
you did
at
say
that,
whatever you do, don't touch it. I came over. First thing I did was touch it.
Oh, you touched it. Yeah, only because you're heating up metal, so they take a little bit longer, but they really work. So you can create beautiful effects.
Great way of colouring, because I think sometimes you can colour with alcohol markers. I'm not sure really you get the same evenness of colour as you do when you do it like that.
No, not at all. So it works really well, doesn't it? So yeah, I was quite pleased with that.
Adriana says this is definitely a new technique. Never seen it before.
No, me neither. I'd not seen it before. I'd not thought of it before until then. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in now. I can still keep this in. I'm not going to heat emboss, but I'm just going to go over my stencil to create a background. You can sort of create really different effects with this. So even though I'm using this just to dab on, you can see it's creating sort of circles of colour, and it's just a really nice way to create that background. And remembering, I wouldn't do this if I was just using it as that background. It's just that I'm going to place the horse over the top. Sorry, unicorn, over the top. Can't seem to get that in my... Every time I look at it, it just looks like a horse, and I forget it's got a horn on the top. Right, so just do that, and then we're going to go in and do... Oh, I wanted a purple one for that. Yeah, I don't want to do that one. Let me try and find a purple one. There must be a circle purple one. No, there's not, so we're going to have to just use this one. Out of all those, you really need to have a good sort out of... Oh, I'm using quick drying. I don't want to use quick drying either. Crushed velvet. So always look at the actual what you've got on, and this probably won't work as well, but to be honest, we're not gonna see a lot of it. So just create that background piece. And then we're going to our horse, and actually that's not gonna work, is it? So I'm just gonna blend that in at the bottom, because that's where you would stand your horse normally. But I don't need to stand the horse there.
The unicorn, do you mean?
Unicorn, oh,
Debbie,
what is wrong with me today?
In a moment, see how you like it.
And then let's just bring our card in. So this is going to matte and layer on the top here. The other thing, what I do want to do, I want to just tie in some black, because we've got that black horse. I'm just going to go down the edges. Unicorn. No, I'm really not. I don't know why I keep saying that. Sorry. Deary me. I think that time it come because the black horse. I just think of when you say the black horse and Black Beauty. Yeah. So there we go. So for our unicorn, just tie that in. And you could always heat emboss that as well if you wanted to, Joe. There's no rules about using your ink pads. And I didn't show you something else, but how are we doing for time? Doesn't matter. We're so what I also done is the same effect with a piece of lace.
What?
So
inked it?
I inked it.
Oh, come on, let's see that.
Do you want me to show you that?
Yeah,
did it? Now I have to be honest, it didn't go shiny, but what it did do is made it stay put. So
made it quite rigid?
Yes, and I quite like the fact that we could still then tie in our lace as well. So let's pop that just into the background, and then we're going to pop that onto the front of our card.
Have you just been going around the house like heat embossing everything, like anything that's not stuck down? Knives and forks, heat embossed.
Do you know what it is, Joe? We don't very often get a chance to just have a show where we're just showing the ink pads, and we're bringing in stamps and embossing and all different types of things. But when we have a show where it is all about the ink pads, it's really easy to be able to do that. And I'm going to do the same. I'm going to bring in those same colours. So we've got our crushed velvet and our parakeet. Still doing the two different ones. Let's bring in a piece of card to go on to. And then I'm just going to use the parakeet for the bottom, and I'm going to put it directly on, so straight onto our piece of lace.
Covers really well, even on fabric, doesn't it? I was really surprised by that.
Yeah, really lovely. It's amazing what you can do, and I think what it was, I started thinking, you can do so, because alcohol markers are my favourite. I don't not tell people they're not, because they absolutely are. If I could colour everything with alcohol markers, I will, because I love using them. I just wish I got a chance to use them more often. But also because they can do so much, so you can colour your gems, your ribbons, your bows, anything you want with alcohol markers, because they're permanent. So then it got me thinking, it's a shame you can't do it with your ink pads. And then I thought, actually, I wonder if you can heat emboss these things. So let's turn that over. We're going to then just, because it's still wet, it will still take your embossing powder. Now, ink like this wouldn't stay, it would just stay, you would get inky fingers on your ribbon.
Wouldn't dry on there,
it
no?
wouldn't dry on there, no. But it does take it. So you can see here, let me just bring in that other piece of card.
See, in my head, because the fabric's porous, I was worried it would dry too quickly. I don't know why.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I don't think it would. No, not at all. I've lost my other little... So you can see this one now anyway. This is apart from the bit where
the one that's got part of my finger,
on the end. But absolutely stunning that we can get that design on there. I don't know where the other one... Oh, there it is. There's two there. So let's bring in our embossing, our heat tool. Yeah, so I did think it might go shiny, but it doesn't go shiny. I think there's too many porous parts of the design. But what it does do,
doesn't it?
yeah, and it does heat set it.
And does it make it sort of stiff?
Yes, yeah, so it does make it sort of stiffer. But you can, I mean, it's lovely. You can get a two-tone. It works. The ink works really well, and it's just something a little bit different to do on them. And there you go. So not only have we got our beautiful tile, we've got our blended detail in the back. We can pop this on. We can also use this to frame our card. So this will go around the bottom of our card. So you can see, can you see how stiff that is?
Oh, yeah.
It's quite, yeah, it's very strange. But we're just going to pop that along the bottom of our card. I would use, if you're using this, use red liner tape, and then you'll make sure that you'll get a really good stick on there, because I'm not sure if that will actually take on there with our... Oh, actually, our tape is not actually coming out.
Did it not stick?
Yeah, it's because it's still a wet ink. I would have helped, actually, if I'd heat embossed across the bottom. But there we go, we've got some of that on there. We can trim that off. I'm going to then just let's use some foam on a roll. Foam on a roll, 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 foam on a roll. Hey, too many, Joe, too many.
Foam on a roll,
Joe.
foam on a roll, foam on a roll.
Charlotte's threatening to take Joe's mic out.
Foam on a roll, foam on a roll, hey. See, no one's ever going to accuse me of not singing it passionately enough anymore. There you go.
I love that, Joe. That was very nice. Yeah, I'm not quite sure if that was passionate, Joe. That sounded like I'm going to sing it, but I'm just going to annoy everyone with it because I hate it.
We should sing it in different styles. We should sing it like in the style of Barbara Streisand some days. Some days we could sing it like Liza Minnelli.
Liza Minnelli, what's that?
Hey.
That's brilliant, I love that. I'm on a roll.
No, that was more Julie Andrews.
Oh, okay.
I'm on a roll. We could have loads of fun with that, couldn't we? I'm on a rolling.
That one there.
Too much
and then we'll
fun.
have our blue one. At the top there. Just like so. And there we go. I did have a sentiment, but I don't know what I've done with it, Joe. But that gives you a good idea of how you can put all those different embellishments together with your tiled effect background there.
I love that stamp as well that you've used on there.
It's gorgeous, isn't it? It's that one, it's the unicorn.
Your unicorn, yes, thank you, Debbie. I was just waiting to see if you would you'd take the bait there and call it a horse once more. But you didn't, amazing. Let me run you back through then the 13-piece pigment ink pads, there we are. So in here you are going to get the Bordeaux, which is this one just here. You have also got the honey pot, you've got the plum jam, you've also got the smoked emerald, the frosty jade, the midnight, the baby blue, the grasshopper, the seal brown, the sandstorm, the damson wine, the smoked pearl, and the lagoon in there as well. £50 or $70. Sarah Kay says, lol, Joe's body language while singing Foam on a Roll. He just stood there, his arms crossed. Definitely going to be buying some lace and giving that a go, says Jenny Briggs as well. Let me just bring in some of the Hummingbird collections because, as I said, the larger one has gone. How are we doing on the 12 by 12 pad, Johnny? Less than 50 of the pad, the 12 by 12 to go around, and we know what happens when it goes. It goes. We did have to beg, steal and borrow to get a little bit more stock on a lot of the items, including the 12 by 12. When it goes, I don't know that there's any more. I can't guarantee there will be. So you know what it's like with these collections. They are a limited run. So once they are sold out, I mean, I can't remember us bringing any back. Can you, Debbie? I can't remember us ever bringing back a Sarah Signature or a Nature's Garden.
Only
paper
once have we bought back a Sarah Signature collection. It was a Christmas one. And Sarah promised that would never happen, but it went so quickly. It was one of her first Christmas collections, and she did bring that back, yes.
Did she?
But it's the only time ever.
We could do with bringing back the winter white again, to be honest, because that went in like a few hours, didn't it?
So
sold out in a few hours, was gone. Who knows? I said we should bring back like a compendium of like a paper pad compendium, like a one-off. Can you imagine? With like all the top 10 bestsellers of all over the years ever, Debbie, of all the collections, yeah, in like a big box thing. I think it'd be amazing. In a big box, yeah, but a big compendium of pads.
I love that idea.
Can't promise. I'll ask Leanne, see what she says. So you've got that one just there. These are the vellums that we're looking at here as well. I think the problem is, because they are limited editions, that's it, isn't it? Once they're gone, they are gone. So you get 24 sheets in the vellum there for you, £12.99, £16.95. Grab those. And the other one that is very low stock and very busy, the A4 luxury linen cardstock. Now remember, if you are spending over £50 or dollars, you will be able to get an extra 10% off the prices that you're seeing there. And then you can use your Club Inspired discount in conjunction with that as well, if you so like, which of course you're going to want to. We're now going to look at the metallic ink pads here as well. We've got exactly the same, these formulation as your opaque pigment ink pads, just with this metallic element to them, which is great. So that one there is your amethyst. You've got gold, rose gold. You've then also got pink lace, rose satin, bronze, blush, and the platinum in there as well. $30.99 or $50.88, a 20% saving for you on those ones just there. Very busy. Make sure you're checking the Shop the Day category as well, because that's going to have everything in. There's lots of second chance Sunday items. I haven't seen, Debbie, I was looking through the notes earlier, the paper piecing dies. I hadn't seen those before. I think they must have passed me by, so I can't wait to have a little look at those later today. But everything is already there, so head over to the website, hit the Shop of the Day button. You can see everything, every product coming in from all of the different shows throughout the day. Jane says, I just love watching you two together. It's a big dose of happiness, so thank you.
Oh,
sweet, Debbie.
That's so nice. We love you too. Right, so our Midas ink pads, again, beautiful ink pads, but this time you've got that metallic touch to them. Again, these are a natural source. They are layerable, which means they are, what's the word, Joe? Opaque, not translucent, and they've got a really nice thick sponge to them as well. So lots of different techniques. You can heat emboss with these as well. And I would say to do that, Joe, because these take a little bit longer. With the metallic ink in them, they take a little bit longer than our regular opaque ones as well. So beautiful designs. Now what I am going to do, and I didn't even bring this into them, and I meant to as well, you can use your pigment ink pads onto black cardstock. You don't have to just use it on white cardstock. The colours will come out onto craft card, onto black cardstock, onto your darker Centura pearls. So never think you just have to use it on regular white cardstock, the same as your pigments. So I'm using black cardstock. I'm using one of the folders that we had on the show yesterday, which was our intricate filigree. These lend themselves really well to embossing folders, and it allows you to really see the detail of these embossing folders, or any embossing folders, when you use your ink pads over the top. Now you could use them as that letterpress technique into your folder, but they can be quite mucky because they're quite a dense ink. But it does work. It's just that I prefer just to use my inks to go over the top. So you get that beautiful embossing on there, which you can't see very well, but that's fine, because once we start applying this, it's going to look absolutely gorgeous. And it doesn't matter what ones you use. I'm just going to try and find some. So that definitely looks like a metallic. That one looks like a metallic. I'm trying to find all the ones that look like metallic. Let's just use these three here, and just take these off. So definitely only use your metallics. Don't mix them up, Joe. That's what I'm trying to say. I would keep ink daubers just for your metallic ones.
Okay.
You could always put them in a little zippy lock bag and label them so you know what you have. So let's just turn these over and pick them up with my daubers. So just because that metallic, you don't want to start mixing them with all your other ones. And I've got all the sort of ones that you're getting, some of the ones anyway that you're getting in there. So we can start off, let's say that we want a platinum to start off with. What I love about these, Joe, they mix amazingly well. The blending capabilities in these are incredible. Incredible. And as soon as you start putting these to the surface, look at that. They're just incredible. So going over the top, beautiful.
Oh, apparently the little lint egg. Can I have one of yours, Debbie? I haven't had one.
Yeah, of course.
Where have you popped your truffles?
I haven't opened them yet.
I'm coming over here like a little truffle pig.
I've got my chocolate.
Oh, you haven't opened the truffles?
I've opened my egg.
Oh, I'll have a bit of the egg.
Yeah,
then,
my
thank
egg's
you.
on the top there.
Oh, I love lint chocolate.
Yeah, it's beautiful. That was really nice that you bought them, Joe.
Yeah, malicious.
So I'm just going to put, and I'm really building up that colour because it looks, I mean, that's amazing. And it really does look like that platinum if I sort of move it around. That is a gorgeous design.
It's funny, Deb, because the egg tastes like the truffles.
The egg tastes like the truffles. Oh, yes, sorry. Yes, it does. Right, so let's just then bring in a different colour. Now this is a totally different colour. This is the blush. But it will still, because these are layerable, it will go over the ones that you've already done. So even if I was to take some down into this corner, I can pick up some of that pink and it will go over the top, and that's what makes these amazing to use, because you can just blend them with whatever colours that you've got, and they'll all work really well together. So that's our blush. Let's add another one in. So let's go for the gold. So we've got our gold one there, just making sure to keep those separate. Was that my platinum, I think? There we go, let's use this one. So just dabbing that in, and then we're going to do this last corner in the gold. And it's a really nice way, especially if you want to... Oh, I just had a thought, Joe. Do you know, like, we've done that heat embossing on the little gems and the ribbon. You could do that with these ones as well. So if you've only got sort of silver gems and you want them gold, just use your gold on the top and heat emboss them.
Great.
Yeah, absolutely. But these do create just amazing designs and just all blend together. So I want to then go back in. I'm going to go back in and blend that, so with our platinum, to make sure that all blends in well together. So we don't get any harsh any harsh lines. And then we'll go back in with the blush. So, and this isn't all you can do with, oh, I know what I'm going to show you as well, just show, I'm going to do this demo, Joe, but I just want to show you what else you can do with them, as with all the others, because it's something we haven't covered, we haven't stamped with them. So I'm going to show you, yeah, stamp with them. So I was going to do this as a finished card, but I'm not. I'm just going to leave it as it is, just to show you how you do it, because I want to show you a different technique of stamping and different ways of stamping as well, Joe. So let me just wipe this. So the first thing I want to show you, I'm going to bring in some black cardstock, which I have got right beside me. I'm going to get a sheet of black and a sheet of watercolour. So 2 different varieties here, and let's bring in just some of those inks as well. Let's bring in a bronze. So we've got 3 different colours. I've then got, I went and asked Jake to find me, so I've got that beautiful butterfly from our box, our over the edge box that we did last week. So yeah, number 47.
Oh, that's in the shop of the day category for you as well, that. Ah,
brilliant. So if anyone's not seen these, amazing stamps. Now these are incredible to stamp with. I'm going to grab my rocker blocks because it's the quickest thing we have to sort of stamp these with. And I'm going to apply my inks directly to them. So let's just add that gold just over there.
What is it, Debbie, about, why is Easter egg chocolate better than normal chocolate? Do you think there's a difference?
Well, I think there is something definitely different about, chocolate egg.
A bar of chocolate?
Yeah, absolutely.
Or a piece of chocolate?
Oh, my little Ava this morning, I FaceTimed them to wish them happy Easter. And she was showing, she had a massive egg and she was showing me, she was like, Nanny, my egg. And it was huge, and her little face, she dropped it.
Ah!
And it
was
just
it in the packaging?
No, it was just, she'd got it out of the packaging, so it was the egg was in the egg. So, and she literally dropped it, and her little face, my heart sunk. Her face just dropped to the ground, and then she's like,
Did you explain the 5-second rule to her?
Her mum just picked it up, and then the thing is that it was in the wrapper.
Oh, it's in the wrapper.
It was in the wrapper. Yeah, it was in a big gold wrapper.
Oh, so it didn't go everywhere.
But because it broke, I think she was upset because it had broke, and we were trying to explain. It was like, it's okay, Eva, you're supposed to break it to eat it. And then she goes, I can't eat it because it's dirty. She's 3 next month. It was so lovely. Right, so when you're stamping, I'm going to I'm going to just grab, coming out of camera shot there, I want to grab my spritzer, because if you stamp this onto watercolour cardstock, I'm going to huff on this, Joe.
Oh.
Stays wet for quite...
It made it a bit weird you being in the outfit, Debbie.
And then just give this a little spritz. So it'll start to react. Can you see? It's starting to react just slightly. And you get a beautiful, and the more you put on, the more it sort of spritz away. But it's beautiful. These are so good for stamping in. I mean, that's amazing. But if you do it then onto black cardstock, you get just you just get a beautiful effect. So let's just go in with that one. And then straight in with our gorgeous bronze. And there we go, and then we can just stamp also with that one. Now, because it's not watercolour cardstock, when you spritz it, you can still get some, oh, it does actually, I didn't think it would go so much, I've spritzed it too much. It doesn't normally spread so much, but you get a really sort of a unique look about it. It's almost like it's watercoloured. So you get two totally different effects by stamping with them. So don't be frightened to apply them to your ink pad, to your stamps, because they will ink beautifully as well. But it's just another little one that I wanted to show you of how you can stamp with them, as well as use them in your embossing folders, use them to stencil with, use them whatever you want to have them with. And in fact, Joe, an hour and a half is just not long enough to show you all the different techniques of what ink pads can do. But hopefully we've explained what the difference is between them and how you can use them.
Questions. Scrap Paper Scissors says, did I miss Joe eating his curly whirly? You didn't. I'll eat it at the end of the show for you, Scrap Paper Scissors, and I'll give you a review. How about that? Sarah Kay says, do the metallic ink pads give a different look to gilding wax?
Yes, yeah, totally, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, gilding wax is a lot more shinier. These ones have a more sort of chalkier finish to them than a bright metallic like the gilding waxes do.
Awesome, brilliant. Got some other comments coming in. Should we do the card of the show, Debbie?
Oh, yes, we've got 3 here.
Amazing.
So let's bring these ones in. And there we go. So number 1 is our green fairy. Number 2 was our bouquet of flowers there with our quick dry in. So our water reactive, our quick dry in, and number 3 was with our our pigment ink pads with our heat embossing unicorn.
Amazing. 1, 2, or 3. Get your comments, get your votes, in. Crafters TV on Facebook, Crafters Companion over on YouTube. Scrap Paper Scissors says, Debbie, this has been one of the most informative shows I've watched. Thank you so much. I've learned so much about
you are very welcome.
They also go on to say I have a granddaughter the same age as Debbie's, and she's coming over today. I can't wait. I think she means the same age as Debbie. She actually put, I've got a granddaughter the same age as Debbie, but I don't think she meant that. I think she meant the same age as your granddaughter.
Oh, okay.
She's coming over today. I can't wait. And Eleanor says, I love these ink pads. I believe they were my first set, but then I started to get the opaque, so I have now, I have to say they are probably my favourite.
Yes.
I love how you can just do so much with them. You really can. Let me run you back through then the ink pad deals we've got for you. Let's start with the, the water reactive ones, which are these ones just here. And in here, you are going to receive the Bordeaux, which is this one just here. You will also get, so that was your Bordeaux. Then you've got the Anthracite. This is your Spar Blue, Smoked Emerald, Green Topaz, Frosty Jade, Ocean Blue, the Grasshopper. Then you've got Seal Brown, Damson Wine, Crushed Velvet, the Pale Fig, and also the Lagoon in there as well. So they are your water reactives. Then you've got your quick dries as well, and in here you will get Fuchsia. You've also got Midnight. You've got the Straw Bale, Parakeet, Sandstorm, Pine Tree, Pale Fig, Pumice, Green Topaz, Oasis, Frosty Jade, the Misty Morning, and also the Lagoon in there as well. They are your colours on the quick dries. We then have the opaque pigments for you as well. And in here you'll get Bordeaux, Honey Pot, Plum Jam, nearly put my finger in it, Smoked Emerald, Frosty Jade, Midnight, Baby Blue, Grasshopper, then you've got Seal Brown, Sandstorm, Damson Wine, Smoked Pearl, and the Lagoon. Then you've also got the metallics, and in these ones you will get the following. So you'll get Amethyst, Gold, Rose Gold, Pink Lace, Rose Satin, Bronze, Blush, and also the Platinum there as well. $30.99 or $50.88. We also have the weekend saver bag. Over 80% now of this has gone. Remember what you've got. Oh, hello. Remember, I'm all fingers and thumbs today, aren't I? Remember what you've got in here. So you've got your die brush with the replacement heads there. You've also got your pokey tools in there too. You will also then get as well, like a plethora of all of our brilliant dies that we bring to you here at Crafts Companion. So double-sided sentiments, you'll get some stained glass windows, word edgeables, floral decoupage, some double-sided edgeables, liftables, you've got your some sentiments there, and also some interchangeables. All of those, so you should be, that would normally set you back $103.89 in the UK, or $144.53 stateside, but today you get all of that for £30 or $40. Well, you're not even going to pay that, are you? You're all getting some sort of club-inspired discount as well. It is only for the weekend, so the deal will end at the end of today. I don't think the stock's going to last that long because 80% has gone, and we also have a lot of people with them in their basket as well. We've got a tie.
Oh, a tie?
Got a tie. 1 and 3 have got the same amount of votes, apparently.
Oh.
So I'll tell you what, we'll just put 1 and 3 forward, because it's you all day today, so what does it matter?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So you're definitely going to win, so we'll put them both in, how about that?
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
1 and 3, all go through.
Amazing. Scrap paper scissors, yep, did that. Craft along then, Debbie, in about, what, 90 minutes time. That's going to be exciting, isn't it?
I know, and this is what we're doing, this little project here. I thought it's coming up, well, say coming up to June, it's not coming up to June, but in June we have Father's Day, so I thought it would be really nice.
I thought that said bed for a moment from that angle.
Turn it around a bit more. We've got Dad there, so we're and we're using our ink, so we're using a bit of heat embossing on our Dad letters there, and just creating a beautiful swing card. We're just going to have a nice time, Joe. We're just going to be relaxed. We're just going to do this step by step of the way, so you can follow, and yeah, it's going to be great.
Looking forward to that. Remember, triple points as well all weekend up until the end of tomorrow. So make sure any order that you place, or products you see on air here at Crafts TV or across the entirety of the website, will all get the triple points. The Hummingbird 12x12 is about to go. If it's in your basket, the 12x12 Hummingbird pad is about to go. So please, 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 check your baskets out if you don't want to miss out on that. I did promise I'd tell scrap paper scissors what curly whirly was, didn't I? Here it is.
Open it up, Joe. You've got to eat a bite.
So it is like caramel, set caramel.
In a curly whirly shape. With caramel chew inside. And chocolate.
It's all stringy and gorgeous and delicious. Oh, happy Easter. Forgot how chewy they are, Debbie.
Oh, happy Easter, Joe.
Happy Easter. And we'll see you all back here, 90 minutes time, for a craft along. I might finish that curly whirly by then. Bye.
Bye.